What up? How's it going? So she's brainwashed, it seems, right? And I don't know how she gets out of this. Is it Nick or Mayday? But Mayday is going silent, right? Like, who knows what's going on with them? And now the Martha who's in the house, she's like, that network's done, and she was the one getting the brunt of everything. So she's out of it. She don't want to have nothing to do with it. So I don't know what's going to go on like in the near future. But I do know one thing for sure. I don't fuck with the Gilead shit or the Waterfords. Like, nothing they can do. That's not, I don't fuck with them at all. And that's saying something for this show, right? Because they made it in a way that makes me not, I don't care if bad shit happened to them or like I'm going to be like, oh, that's messed up. Nah, I'd be cheering it on. And that's facts. Hopefully some bad shit is going to happen to the Waterfords in this next episode. Let's go.
What are you doing?
Not allowed to have these.
Sure.
Not supposed to be out of my room at night.
I mean, if they found those in there.
132 pounds. Very good. How is the pregnancy rhinitis? Runny nose all gone?
Better than before.
25 centimeters. Right on track. Special dispensation for aunts. Alfred, you're a bit musty, dear. The hormones. You'll start taking 2 baths a day, but not too warm. Understand? When was your last bowel movement?
Yesterday, around lunchtime, wasn't it?
Yes, Mrs. Waterford.
Her attitude seems much improved.
It's everything a wife could ask for.
No small effort has been made to bring Alfred to heel. Your baby needs to know he's in a godly, harmonious environment.
Of course. Praise be his miracle.
Aunt Lydia does not play that. She really believe in this horseshit.
Good morning, Aunt.
Oh, blessed morning, Commander Waterford.
Everything in order?
Your baby is just as healthy as can be.
And Alfred?
The handmaid is well, too.
Let me take that out for you.
Thank you, Commander.
Hard to believe we're going to have a baby in the house in just a few months.
The days will fly by, you'll see.
Too soon to tell if it's a boy or a girl, I suppose.
I'll take that for you, sir.
Thank you.
We won't know.
Hey, let me take that out for you. He picks it up. He walks 2 steps, places it down. And then Nick takes it the rest of the way. Like, are you shitting me?
I have a feeling he'll be a fine boy, just like his father.
Yes.
Only 2. They look like they're sleeping.
That's crazy. Every morning they come out, see how many died. She said only 2.
Bed detail gets an egg at breakfast. I should volunteer. No, I don't want to do that. You'll last longer. That's up to God. He holds me in the palm of his hand.
He couldn't hold you in his palm someplace else.
But he's got you too, Emily. He's got all of us. Well, that's what Aunt Lydia says.
Yep, Aunt Lydia's brainwashing is like, oh, no. How much is it? Oh, no.
Your shower was so charming. I wish mine had been that intimate. Ours was so overwhelming. My Marthas were cleaning up for days.
Is she all right?
Just teething. God's testing me, I know it.
She never misses a chance to complain about that baby, does she?
No, Mrs. Waterford.
These walks are for both of us, so that the baby can hear my voice. I would appreciate it if I didn't have to make all the speeches, all right?
Yes, Mrs. Waterford.
Yes, Mrs. Waterford. No, Mrs. Waterford. What is the matter with you?
That's what you wanted,
Nothing,
cunt.
Mrs. Waterford.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Not a redeeming thing about him. off with their heads. Really looked her in the face and said, "What is wrong with you?" I don't know. I'm being held here against my will.
I'm worried about the handmaid. I mean, her mental state. Maybe you should take her to see a different kind of doctor.
Did Alfred ask you to talk to me?
No, ma'am.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
She doesn't have anyone to look out for her.
It appears that she does. The handmaid is not your concern. We saw Mrs. Putnam and Mrs. Scott on our walk just now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know Gilead Way. They got that old Toshiba laptop. The one that got the fingerprint sensor on there that used to be fly. In 2005.
Nick was waiting for Alfred and me when we got back. Just making sure that we got home safe. It's very sweet how concerned he is about her.
Mm-hmm.
You know my driver?
Blaine. I believe so.
He's been with me for some years.
He don't know who
Very
he worked
capable.
for,
Well,
directly for.
He's overdue for a promotion.
Of course. I'll look into it. He's trustworthy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm surprised you'd let him go. A good man obtaineth the favor of the Lord. But a man of wicked devices will he condemn.
Psalms?
Proverbs. If I were you, I'd find a way to keep him around.
That man gave him a long, drawn-out ass no. Nick sitting his ass right there in your house. Yo, that's crazy. Boy, they are whack. This whole shit trash. A pravaganza.
Today is a day of thanksgiving. Today we honor our most valiant guardians. We praise your service, and we reward your sacrifice. And the Lord God said, "It is not good that the man should be alone.
They're about to do a mass
And the
arranged
rib
marriage.
which the Lord God hath taken from man, made he a woman, and brought her unto the man. Unto the woman he said, I will
see.
greatly
Okay.
multiply thy
Okay,
sorrow. Do you accept this sacred duty?
I do.
Yeah,
They
of
shall
course.
be one flesh.
Them two was like, we need to
And
wrangle
I'll
this
pronounce
in.
you man and wife.
So you know they happy. All of these
So beautiful.
girls are still teenagers.
God bless them.
Damn. This whole shit whack. Yeah, she out of there.
I want to change my witch.
Husbands and wives only, I'm afraid. Alfred, you may go to your room.
Oh, shit. Yeah, of course. One's coming out, huh? Ah. Like, she saw that all around her, but it's still horrifying when it begins. You know what I mean? Like, that's a huge chunk of yourself to just lose. A tooth, one of the ones in the back that go in deep as hell up in there.
Fiona, do you take Kit to be your wedded wife? To love, to honor, and to cherish?
I do.
And Kit, do you take Fiona to be your wedded wife? To love, to honor, and to cherish?
I do. This was my idea.
Usually the 7 blessings.
I want to stay. Where are we going? What is wrong with you?
She's like, don't
What
bring
are
no
you
light or hope
talking
into
about?
this.
What if the ants saw us? They could starve us. They could do a lot of things. I'm trying to keep you alive.
That's not up to you.
God's watching over us. Shit job he's doing.
Well, Aunt Lydia says we can't know everything he's thinking.
Fuck Aunt Lydia. This place is hell. And covering it up in flowers doesn't
Yeah, see,
change
don't-
anything.
So what?
Yeah.
Kid's going to die happy, so what's the problem?
Gilead took your eye. They took my clit. Now we're cows being worked to death, and you're dressing up the slaughterhouse for them. That's
Yes,
the fucking problem.
Cows don't get married.
That was actually a good comeback and line from her. It's like, yeah, we're still humans, though.
Did your mother tell you what to expect tonight when you lie with him? It is your duty to bear children, but also let him kiss me with the kisses of his mouth. For thy love is better than wine.
I don't understand.
It can bring you closer together. It should, anyway.
I had to pull a few strings, but I couldn't miss the opportunity to show you how much I appreciate all you've done for me.
Well, thank you, sir. Grateful.
Gilead values the family and rewards those who live by those values.
By God's grace, I'll have a child of my own someday, sir.
By God's grace.
Oh, shit. God damn.
It was a beautiful wedding.
Yeah, as beautiful as can be.
You're tough, aren't you? Now you listen to me. I will not let you grow up in this place. I won't do it.
Yeah, please don't let them grow up in that place.
They do not own you. And they do not own what you will become. I'm gonna get you out of here. I'm gonna get us out of here.
It snapped her back.
I promise you. I promise.
First, let me start by saying don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you are subscribed, make sure to hit the notification bell. Shout out to all the new viewers, shout out to all the subscribers, and have a Patreon with full length and early reactions to things like this. Check it out. Let's see. So in that last episode, when Serena, she comes into June's bedroom, she lays her head down and she says whatever she says. And she was trying to show ownership over the child. And I said, I went on about it, but in the review, I forgot to speak on it, but it was so sinister that moment because she's showing ownership over June's body and over the baby. But once again, utilizing this sort of holiness and, oh, this is all for the good, all that horseshit. So it's very sinister and devious. And when you see at the end what June says to the child, like, I'm going to get you out of here. You will not live here. They don't control you, and they don't control your future. And like, they don't control us. I'm going to get you the fuck up out of here. And I'm like, that is what she needed to get her out of that, right? Because more than just being brainwashed, she had just resigned herself to the situation, right? It had been sort of implanted in her head that, hey, this is your fault. In a lot of ways, that's how a lot of religions take place, right? It's like, it's your fault you're in these conditions. We're gonna help fix you. It's your fault, and you need this salvation, right? Like, it's the children of Israel's fault, right? Like, it's you're in this situation because of what you did, and she got out of that, right? I feel like even down to as she was bleeding, that's how she felt. It was like, yeah, of course. It's sort of that sort of mentality. That's why she just looks at it. She looks, okay, and it's happening. It's just happening. But as she comes to, it's like, no. Fuck all that. This is what this is what needs to be done. I got to get up out of here. Okay. Then we have the Waterfords. They got both eyes on Nick. First off, the husband already knows, of course, about Nick. He knows that baby is Nick's. So my man goes and asks about, getting him out of there. And we already know he works as an eye. He works directly for that commander who was speaking to Waterford, to Fred. So he wasn't letting him go. And as I said, he had this long, drawn out just no. He had a Bible verse in that motherfucker from Proverbs. He had all sorts of shit just to say, nah, he's not leaving. And he wants him out of there because it's a couple things. For one, he sees Alfred as his. And they're not showing it too much, but they do it in subtle ways as of this moment where he referred to her as Alfred to Aunt Lydia. And Aunt Lydia was like, the handmaid? She made sure to adjust the language, right? Like, no. Like I said, she the only one in that motherfucker, that entire motherfucker right now that like full on believes this. And so he still got that thing for Alfred, but also he has the thing of, hey, this dude is more of a man to me. Then you also have Serena, who she sees Nick as, he said she needs somebody in her corner. Nick said that to Serena. She needs someone in her corner. And she's like, she already has one. And he didn't even think about that himself. Like, oh, shit, yeah. Serena's like, oh, they built a bond? Good. This is what we gonna do. Now, I'm sure they put him up for some sort of commemoration, like, all right, well, we can get him a medal. If we can't get him away from us, we're going to have somebody intercept. They bring in this very, very young girl, a child, it looks like to me. And the whole thing I hate with Serena is she know all this is bullshit, but she's the one who is partly responsible in bringing about all of this. So to have to sit down and talk to this girl, and it's not even a birds and the bees talk. It's some horse shit like, you're allowed to lust after your husband. You know what I mean? It's not even like that young girl didn't even have the talk of, oh, it's okay to look at boys. No. It's like she you know what I mean? Her mind is still all the way back to being a preteen when it comes to this sort of language. And I'm just looking at like, look at what y'all have created. And the fact that she even got married off to him, and all those women were married off in that mad ceremony. Some more weirdo cultist lame shit. All right. I want to say something about Aunt Lydia. Out of everyone on this show, her importance is shown the most. In fact, there's something more to her that they haven't shown yet. And I could kind of feel it and sense it. When she says something, Serena makes sure to straighten up. She was like, she straight up said, listen, I know it's hard. Yeah. This baby requires the entire just home to be on one accord for the baby to be healthy. And she's like, so you need to get in line too. Right? Like she not playing about that. Hey, because of the importance of her job, Aunt Lydia has a say-so that other people can't even fuck with, because she oversees the bringing forth of the child onto this earth, right? That's sort of the way they see it. And I'm looking at this like, hey, man, I just want to see where her character goes in this. Her character is most interesting to me. Okay, then we have the two young ladies who were in the colony. So we have Emily. We had the other chick with the one eye. And that chick with the one eye, we had already known for a long while that although she was still hopeful and stuff, they were able to break her. She was the first one we got to see what Aunt Lydia could do. All right, so by the time we get to where she is, she still has that in her mind. Look at everything she's been through. Look at all the stuff. She still has a faith in God that Aunt Lydia plants it into her. And that's fucking insane. Look at where they're at. Now, she kept looking at that couple. She was like, hey, you know what? Let's get them married, okay? But I knew as soon as Emily grabs her up and takes her away, I'm like, she gonna be like, man, well, you adding all this light and hope to the situation. And at first, she says, you're going to get caught. You can't do stuff like that. And I'm like, no. There's more to it than that. And then it finally comes out. She's like, you're dressing up us cows who are out to slaughter. You're making the slaughter look good. And I'm like, yep, that's what I thought. She didn't want to see that. She didn't want to see that because she had started to harden herself. But as I said, when that tooth came out, yeah, she hardened herself, but you saw the shock in her face. It's still like, oh my God, I'm dying. It's begun. It's begun. It's a fucked up situation. And to see by the end that she was like, yeah, nah. We needed that. Like, you know what I mean? But hey, going forward, Nick, what I wonder is Nick gonna end up putting his life on the line? Because Nick still, like, once again, Nick is another one. They don't know it yet, but his billet, his actual job, he's an eye. I wonder what that's gonna mean going forward. And that young girl that they just introduced, how is she gonna play into all of this? And June, like she said, she's getting him out. I'm gonna expect another attempt, but I don't know how. And like, cause she got so close already, it's like, what? How's this gonna happen? Hey man, next episode.